classics and current events, music and information, jams and thoughts, which sometimes require a little participation and improvisation during our live jam sessions broadcasted from right here at the station. Let me master the too. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. I don't know if you lost any information just then, but I'm still here. Um, so there are a lot of cool elements to the picture. First off, remember I said that I was planning and preparing for a July 29th show that I submitted for, but was not selected for, but was still going to honor the show date. And that was that, you know? And so, in doing so, July 29th passed, and all of these live streams and what I'm doing now are the fastest that I've been able to go in terms of preparation, but I was still pressing through it. And come to find out, the actual show date was August 29th, which is a whole month later. So imagine being early for something that you thought that you were late for. Well, to God the glory, there is time to still not only piece something together, but God blessed me with like success yesterday that is just so overwhelming on so many levels. One, I liked what I saw. I found something to be excited about. Some of the highlights and successes from yesterday were like I have to journal. Well, we're doing a live stream right now. So, I mean, I started journaling this morning and like got overwhelmed like at just all that God did. So, first off, goals, objectives checked off for yesterday. Looper. If you look at my recent live stream, you see that by the end of that, I successfully created a loop. Now, as a one-man band, preparing for a one-man band set and show, the looper has been that thing that for the past few years I've been trying to drill into my brain like a matrix. Like a matrix download. You remember when Neo he was going through the Kung Fu program, and I don't know if Morpheus downloaded it to his brain or whatever, but like he learned it real fast. And sometimes on Earth, I want to do the same thing. Like, can we just download it? I don't like the time to sit here and learn this stuff. Now in this era with AI and just all of this technological stuff, I never thought I'd see the day that I would go to school back in the day for broadcast journalism. The world would change to social media and I would feel behind with technology. I just never saw it coming. So all of this is really a part of my journey and my story, because that really is the story, and even connected to this podcast and URLive right now. I graduated with a degree in broadcast journalism that I never used really on a job level. I got the experience, I got the skills, I got some exposure, but I never professionally worked in the capacity as a broadcaster. Nobody's ever paid me to host or be a personality. So all of that eventually became hobby. And, I've worked a lot of different jobs with a lot of different just titles, skills, departments, categories. And fast forward, here I am. I'll be even further transparent just because I'm really working towards goals and goals on the timeline. I'm 38 years of age at the moment. And when I recently just self investigated about hoarding to see, like, what am I holding on to that could be holding me back in life and career and love and all things, you know, it's multifaceted, but it's okay to ask that question. It's also okay to not know. But there are places that you can go and things that you can do to help you find answers like that. And so in this case, I am my own client. So I'm the service provider and the receiver of the service with this whole beach retreat. But I'm also, again, having solo rehearsals and like choreographing for the stage show interpretation of my new season and chapter, which is my rededication to my first love through this live stream that you are tuning into. So I thank you for participating and joining and engaging. Um, I'm trying to get here, but I'm trying to transition to talk about this stuff. So I've been doing regular live streams now, midday meditations. Salute, good morning to Mia Flores. Thanks for tuning in. That's our first commenter for the day. Hi. We are talking about my new season and chapter and my reflection on yesterday's successes. So, again, I said that for years I have been struggling to download the looper into my brain. So I successfully looped a song yesterday, playing all the instrument parts. Check. I had rehearsal. I went live. Those are daily goals of mine. Remember, I said fight for your reps, get in your daily minimums. We're not aiming for the minimum, but we just making sure we get at least that in. So for some people, that's 100 push-ups a day or whatever your workout regimen is. Moving forward, I need to do a loop a day. Like, I need to practice that thing and master it because it holds the answer and the key for specifically what I've been looking for. And I've also, you can't just like have the looper and not have what to play in it. So I have been developing my craft over the whole winter, practicing my instrument, which is a multifaceted instrument. So that's that. But what am I doing with these instruments? So, sound healing. I haven't gone to school in so long. And who has time to go to school? The brain capacity to go to school at this age, that's a lot. But people do it all the time. And they go back even, older. I'm going to school at the current moment for sound healing and music therapy. And I'm excited to start this new chapter. Because salute to Yasi or Yasef. Good morning. Thanks for joining. So, yesterday's live stream, I rehearsed and choreographed the beginnings of my sound bath. Sound baths are something that people attend either in solo or group sessions. And those calming, relaxing sounds that you might go to YouTube for to just listen to, say, hey, relaxing music. What I like about this is I'm the instrumentalist. Salute, good morning. You said, Yusef, you said one thing, can you do prank call? I don't know what you're talking about. But focusing on what the message. To come to a sound practitioner with intentional focus, though, that sound practitioner has the goal to heal whatever and resolve whatever issue or problem you're talking about. So I started the session with the singing bowl. It took me a while to even get in the groove to learn how to do the singing bowl, which I still need to practice at daily. I demonstrated my tuning forks and even got into concept and costume or wardrobe uniform of what my identity would look like. Like, how am I going to wear this new season and era? It was so great because it was like being in a mirror and trying on, your first day of class outfit. So check on Looper, rehearsal, live stream, check on class. So I had class yesterday and I felt so great and prepared because I had basically rehearsed all day, went to class, and I had examples from my independent research and learning from the day that I applied into class presentations for the day. It's another thing to have ideas in your journal, and it's another thing to breathe life into them and bring them into fruition. So Tune Up Tuesday is a concept that I have been in journal format for a long time, and then independent practice for myself. But I actually shared it live yesterday in demonstration, and what I did was I used a tuner, and I showed how the tuner reveals whether you are on pitch or not. And what was cool was I found some notes on the keys that sent me straight to tears, honestly, while playing them. And I was curious, a few things. One, how to find those notes, and then how to match those notes vocally for myself, which is a completely different experience. I bring this exercise up to say that to tune yourself, your body, if you can get that connected, like from your ear to your actual ability with your core to sing out a note accurately that you hear, then that is like a tune-up. The equivalent of a tune-up. That is the equivalent of when I say mind, body, spirit, soul, and the body is the gym, the body is the workout, the rock, the matter, the bone, the muscle, the solid um, manifestation of God's highest frequency. And if earth is solid and muscle, then spirit will be breath, life, air, wind. Sun would be, um, or light or vision. What are the things? Mind, body, spirit, soul. So mind, body, spirit, soul. Soul would be water, blood, oil. And mind would be light, power, God, solar. So considering that, and you're always cross translating, essentially God's frequency in those different forms, then if you can tune up your note, that's like getting back in shape at the gym. And that's a self-assessment or assessment that somebody can do on you or with you, like going to a therapist. And so that's why I'm excited. I'm excited because I found a way to translate some prior seasons that I'm trying to consolidate into a new chapter. And the new chapter makes me excited because I can feel it, I can see it. And that's important to me because I am ready to, have a career. And I don't really have a career yet. I've just done a lot of things. I've done a lot of hustle jobs to support myself for this audition life out here in Los Angeles. And I'm not currently auditioning. And in even further context, there are some things going on in my personal life and health that are complicating a few things. Working out, those two things. And so it is such a season for me, but it gives me so much inspiration to help myself. And then I have a natural, innate desire to help others and to not gatekeep, but to pass along information. So if there's anything that helps me in my recovery journey, I would like to share that information with you. One of the things that I guess I can start with the sounds now and get into the groove and flow. Salute and good morning to Bap Vamos. Thank you for tuning in. Okay. So here we go. So that was an accident, but a beautiful accident. So that is the sound that I produced yesterday that brought me to tears. I'm curious to compare that sound right there to So this one, the other one is a little more sustained. So finding your instrument is a whole thing in itself. Something I've done for myself, a lot of self-exploration in it, and that's something I would like to share with, a potential client who might be on a journey and need to know that sort of information. So, I want to start having more intentional, focused live streams, and execution. There are some things that I want you to look forward to from a show when tuning in. And then, of course, I'll always keep it spontaneous and keep, cool things coming for you. Now, for this right here, let's say you're coming to me, you just booked a session, you're sitting on a massage table. I take out the singing bowl and the tuning forks, and I just start with those frequencies just to set the session up to get started. Now we're getting to the root of what is going on with you to try to get that flow going. So that's me. In my new season, that's my instrument. That's my voice. You know that's me. When you hear that in my new season, that's Mashi, baby. So, artistically, we take on sometimes different names and identities. And for me, Mashi means the God in me, the inner voice within me, that connection that I just know is there. That honestly, a lot of times I keep repressed because it's one of my highest versions of myself that really disrupts a lot of demons, if I'm honest, in my journey. And it is the truth teller. He is, the black sheep of the family, the one who calls out things for what they are, can see, you know, maybe occasionally just gifted spirit of discernment or clairvoyant in ways. But essentially, that empath that can just feel you, and that has the desire to be of service for God and to heal in ways that I have operated in purpose through work in the past is through my independent barber practice, and then working as a music and arts teacher in the school system, offering private lessons as well for in-home music lessons for students on the spectrum. And through that, I realized that I really have a gift for not only teaching music, but music therapy, and getting certain students on the spectrum to be focused, still, engaged, smiling, and cooperating. And so that is a blessing and a gift. And I realize that I not only do that and have a calming effect with children, but also adults, whether it's from the barber chair or just conversation. So what excites me about this new season and chapter with sound healing is just a new opportunity to connect with a whole brand new client in person and to just experience myself in my next chapter of growth. So I know that may have been a lot about me, but that's my morning rant. That's what is on my spirit this morning. It's about taking every opportunity, those just dailies. There's no time to waste. There's no time to waste. So we're going to get in my music rehearsal for my set. There are certain things that I want to play daily to just practice so that when I do my live show on August 29th, those are on point. But I'll also be demonstrating my sessions soon, and we're going to have fun. Here we go. So that was a release. Rise and shine, rise and shine. So that is 29 minutes. So what I can say is, boom, I got in my morning meditation and goal accomplished for the day. For that, check. Next time we check in, will be progressions on this focused goal and objective. And that's the direction we're going into from here. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see y'all a little later. Make sure to click that like, comment, share, subscribe button, engage, all of that. If you'd like to donate directly to the URLive Podcast, you can do so on Cash App, $, the letter U, the letter R, the word live, podcast.